Curious about dermal fillers but don't know where to start? Hi guys, I'm Dr. Monica Jacob and today I'm answering all your burning questions about fillers, how they work, when to consider them, their benefits, side effects, even how they stack up against Botox. By the end of this video, you'll have all the clarity you need to make the informed decisions with confidence. The different types of fillers based on the composition and the intended use. So the most common filler which we are using is a hyaluronic acid filler. This is a filler which is naturally occurring substance in the skin and it helps to retain the moisture. It is used for filling the cheeks, lifting the cheeks, filling the hollow for the jawline as well as for sensitive areas like the under eyes and the lips. So they not only replace volume but also hydrates the skin. The longevity could be from 6 months to 2 years. The second filler is a calcium hydroxylapatite, and these fillers not only restore volume but they also stimulate collagen. The results are lasting from 12 months to 18 months. The next filler is PLLA, which is also called as Sculptra. Unlike other fillers, they gradually restore volume by encouraging your skin to produce more collagen, and they are used for deeper filling as well as for the jawline, and the longevity is about 2 to 3 years. Other fillers are PMMA, which are polymethyl methacrylate fillers, which are synthetic compounds and they're more like a permanent filler. Now, the autologous fat injections are fillers which involves harvesting the fat from one area and injecting into the other part of the face. Choosing the right filler depends on your goals and the area you want to treat. Each filler has its own unique benefits, so it's important to consult a skilled professional to determine what option works best for you. It's a very comfortable procedure, but the thought of needles can make anyone anxious. But dermal fillers are generally not as painful as they seem. So dermal filler injections usually feel like a quick pinch or a pressure as the needles are inserted inside. And the discomfort is temporary. Certain areas like lips and the under eye are more sensitive as they're delicate and they're more nerve endings. Whereas when filler injected in the cheek and the jawline are less sensitive and hence there's less discomfort while injecting these areas. So while dermal filler injections aren't completely pain-free, the discomfort is usually minimal and the results are definitely worth it. The longevity of the dermal filler depends upon the type of the filler used, the area injected, the individual factors like metabolism and lifestyle. Now, the hyaluronic acid based fillers like Juvederm and Restylane, which are commonly used, would last typically from 6 months to 18 months, whereas the calcium hydroxylapatite would last about 12 to 18 months. PLLA fillers would last up to 2 to 3 years, and the PMMA, which is the Bellafill or the fat grafting, can last forever. So, what happens when the effect of the fillers wears off? As the dermal fillers gradually break down, they're absorbed by the body and the treated areas, which slowly begin to lose their volume, and the wrinkles of the hollow they start to return. What you can notice is a subtle decrease in the fullness and the skin may appear a bit less plump. Can the fillers shift over a period of time? Generally, these fillers are stable and they do not typically migrate. If not injected properly, there's however a small risk of the filler shifting, and that's why it's crucial to get it injected from a skilled injector. Fillers offer temporary impactful enhancement, and while they can wear off over a period of time, they provide a natural gradual change. With proper maintenance and expert treatment, you can keep the results looking fresh and youthful. So, Botox and dermal fillers both are different. Now, Botox is a neurotoxin which works by temporarily blocking the signals between the nerve and the muscle. That prevents the muscle from contracting, which soothes out the dynamic lines. So, Botox works on the dynamic lines like the 11 lines, the glabellar lines, the forehead lines, the crow's feet. Fillers are substances which are gel based and they help to restore volume, enhance the facial features, and they smoothen out the static lines. It is normal to feel a little bit unsure about the result after treatment because this little bit of swelling and bruising that might happen and make the results look a little unnatural. If the swelling goes down and you're still unhappy about the results, then it can be reversed using an enzyme which is called hyaluronidase. This enzyme breaks down the hyaluronic acid. That means if you don't like the look, it can be completely reversed. And they work best on the hyaluronic acid fillers, whereas the other fillers like calcium hydroxylapatite or PLLA cannot be dissolved. So, as the name suggests, temporary fillers like hyaluronic acid They generally are temporary, that means they're lasting from 6 months to about 2 years. They generally get absorbed by the body and the effect wears off gradually and the treated areas return to the normal state. The advantages is that it can be undone and you are not locked in a permanent look and they're safe and reversible. Whereas the side effects is that we require frequent touch-up and they have shorter lifespan as compared to the permanent fillers like the silicone, PMMA, the bone or the fat grafts. Once injected, the results are permanent. They're longer lasting and cost effective over a period of time, but they're less flexible and cannot be undone. And the potential complications are much higher. And the only way we can reverse it by a surgical intervention. Both types of fillers have their pros and cons depending upon your needs. If you want a flexibility, lower risk, and the ability to adjust over time, temporary fillers are the way to go. But if you're ready for a long lasting result and you're confident about the desired look, permanent fillers might be the best option for you. Fillers are very safe, they're lunchtime procedures, but some aftercare has to be followed for a speed up recovery and to improve the longevity of the result. Avoid strenuous exercises as they can cause excessive bruising and swelling. Avoid touching the area or massaging the treated area. Avoid sun exposure and heat because they can lead to swelling. Avoid alcohol, blood thinners, they can cause bruising later on. Avoid retinols and strong actors on the face for about 7 to 10 days post the procedure. In case there's a bruising or a swelling, you can just apply makeup after 24 hours. Recovery is short and generally you can go back to work the next day. So the complications that can occur is because injection related or at the injection site, or there could be long-term complication. At the injection site, what you can get is a redness, tenderness, lumps, bumps. There can be some serious complications like a vascular compromise, infection, allergy, or there could also be a tendal effect because of the filler placed in a superficial plane. Long-term side effects could be allergic reactions, granulomas, or a foreign body reaction. While complications during the filler procedures are rare, it is important to be aware of the potential risks. Choose an experienced injector, follow an aftercare instruction, and seek immediate help if something feels off. With the right precautions, you can enjoy the benefits of dermal fillers with confidence. Overfill syndrome occurs when too much of a product is injected inside the skin, leading to excessive or unnatural appearance. This can happen if the injector adds too much product than what it is needed, or if the product is unevenly distributed, leading to unnatural, puffy, or an overdone look. Proper assessment and a treatment plan is made, and a gradual approach is what is needed. Less is more approach while injecting the dermal fillers, and opting for a more conservative approach with follow-up appointment. While the overfill syndrome can happen, it's preventable with the skilled injector and a proper assessment. If you ever notice unnatural or a puffy looking face, don't hesitate to consult your doctor. So that's everything you needed to know about dermal fillers. If you have any more questions, drop them in the comments below. And make sure that you like and subscribe to Tira's YouTube channel. Now you know, no more fear, just facts about fillers. Share with someone who's curious and drop your own questions below.